Hey lovelies, welcome to my channel. I have a Not Too Shabby Shop project to share with you guys for this week. I wanted to start out by showing you this adorable tag that Jamie, who is Scrappin' Stampers here on YouTube, she is the owner of Not Too Shabby, she sent it to me. And I wanted to show you how I actually scrapbooked it into my traveler's notebook. And I will have another video coming up in the next week or so showing it, but I wanted to show how I created this little page. I made a little tuck-in pocket and I just had to save this in my journal. So I wanted to show that, and even that little ribbon on the top matches the notebook. So cute. So I just wanted to show you guys, I'm just in love with this little tag that Jamie had sent me. So I was so inspired by it that I wanted to create 3 of my own fall tags. So I created all 3 of these, and today I'm going to share with you a tutorial of how I made them. I'll start out by showing all the products that I used. I'll have them all linked below, and if you do head over to the shop, you can use the coupon code CraftyGirl to save 10% on your order, and then I will get right into the tutorial. So for the stamp set, I'll be using MFT Harvest Buddies. It's so adorable. I'll be using the CC Designs Scalloped Circles die for the brown part. And then for the stamped imaged part, I'll be using the Lawn Fawn Small Cross Stitch Circle die. And then I just use this die from my stash, the My Creative Time Inspire die. And then I use the Doodlebug Flea Market 6x6 paper pad. So I'm just showing you all 3 of my little tags here, and then I'm going to get started with the process video. So first off, I am just taking the tag that Jamie created, and I'm just using a pencil to trace it out so that I can get an idea of the size using my paper trimmer. So I cut it out there, and it is about 3¼ by 6¼ So I am just cutting that out using my paper trimmer, and then I basically just snip off either side and rounded the bottom corners there, and then I used a little hole punch and punched out a little hole. So I created 3 of those, and I'm going to be using Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp out the little images, and I'm just showing the different background images that I'll be able to use. For Jamie, she used the sunflower for her background image, and I'm going to be using both the acorn and the little leaves. So for the first tag, I'm just using that acorn and stamping it all out in different directions, making sure that some are coming off of the tag. And then for the one with the leaves, I'm doing the same thing. I'm using 2 of the leaf stamps there. And it's important to make some of them come off of the tag. It just adds some nice dimension there and changes it up a little bit. So I'm just stamping those out for you. And then this one I thought would be cute with acorns and leaves. So I'm just adding that little acorn in all different directions, stamping it out. And then I'm using the little leaf as well and having some of them come off the side of the tag. And I'm showing you all 3 of my little tags there, and I'm just showing you how Jamie's has the little sunflowers on it. So I'm actually going to do some die cutting on video today, so I'm just showing the dies, and I'm going to start out with that Creative Time die. That's where I'm going to put all of my sentiments, so I'm just making 3 of those, and then I'm going to use that scallop circle die from CC Designs. Oh, actually that's the Lawn Fawn die, and I'm just checking to make sure if the little stamped images will fit, and it is a perfect fit, so I do 3 of those. And then I didn't have any burlap paper, so from this Doodlebug paper pad, I use this brown, it's almost like a hound's tooth, and I use that as the background, and I think it looks really cute, and since I don't have any burlap, I think that will be perfect. So I've got all of my goodies here, and I start by stamping out all the sentiments. I use the nuts for you. I also use this one which says go nuts, and then the other one says we belong together. Or sorry, I think it says we're better together. Then I stamp out my little images. This little guy holding all the acorns is too cute, and he fits perfect on that circle. And then I stamp out this one. He is pushing a little wagon with acorns in it, and then I do that little acorn, or the little raccoon guy. So I've got everything I need there, and then I get started with my coloring. So I do show all the Copic markers that I'm using, and the colors are all there if you want to pause. I'm not going to read them all out, but if you did want to know the colors, they will be there for you. I made sure to put them all in frame. So I'm just coloring in this little guy and shading him all out. I actually had someone ask if I would do a video showing how to color using Sharpie markers again. So I am going to have that next week using some Lawn Fawn stamps. If you guys ever do have requests of videos you'd like to see, definitely let me know, because I do these videos for you guys. And if you're ever wanting to see a different type of video, let me know, because I'm so happy to make them for you guys. So I will have that video next week for those of you who use Sharpie markers. And also, you guys had asked if I would do more tutorials, so that's why I'm doing a tutorial video today for these little tags, because I know you guys wanted to see more of those. So here it is. I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I'm just using my Copics and coloring up this little squirrel. If you're not already subscribed to Jamie, who is Scrap and Stampers here on YouTube, she is the owner of Not Too Shabby, and she just shows some amazing videos. I love all of her inspiration, and she showed a technique on her channel of how to color using the Copics. So she does use the darkest marker first, and then she goes back in after she's completed it and does another layer with the dark markers. And I've been doing that, and it has been so helpful, and I think it looks so much better for my Copic coloring. So I love that tip. Thank you, Jamie. It's really helped a lot. So again, if you guys are not subscribed to her, definitely head over and subscribe. I have her linked below. And she also shows all the new goodies that come into the shop. So you'll be the first to know if you are subscribed to her channel, because she shows it right away once it is added into the store. So she's a really great person to be subscribed to. So again, I do have that linked below for you guys, and I will have all the products linked below as well that I'm using. This stamp set here is just so cute for the fall, and I think it'd be really cute for Christmas as well. You can totally use these little guys with the acorns for Christmas. I think they'd be sweet. Like, how cute would he be running through the snow with those acorns? So now I took my lightest color of Copics. This is B000, and I'm just adding Copic marker over the back of that sentiment just so it pops a little bit. And then I took these green colors and I wanted to put them on some grass, so I just colored it in using those two tones of green, and I'm just filling in the background there with that really light B000 blue. And then I'm going to do the same thing on all the other ones, but I will color them up first. So I'm coloring up the shirt on this little acorn. And one of my favorite things about this stamp set is that these little critters are super cute for masculine cards as well. I think I could make some really cute birthday cards with this for my husband. So I'm so glad I have this stamp set in my stash now, because it is definitely going to get used a lot. And for this part, because I don't have a really dark black color in between the C8 and C4, I'm doing the Copic marker tip to tip technique. So I'm just touching the darker marker to the lighter marker so that I can get a color in between those two. And it won't wreck your Copics at all. It will just allow you to have a color in between those two. So that's how I got that nice shade of the raccoon's eyes. And then I'm using some warm grays for his body. I think he just looks so cute with his little t-shirt. How adorable is he? You could make some really cute, like, ugly sweater Christmas cards with this and, like, decorate in his little sweater. If you have some cute tiny stamps, like if you have any of those little planner stamps, you could add those onto his little shirt and make him have an ugly little sweater. It would be so adorable. So then I'm doing that little grass again so that he is standing on something, and then I'm going to use the B000 to color in the background there. And I leave part of the outside. I only go as far as the stitching, so the outside is still white. And then using my black jelly pen, I add some black on his nose and eyes. It always makes your stamped images just pop so much. It's such an easy thing to add, and it looks shiny, so it looks like the little critters have shiny eyes and shiny nose. And then also I love using my white jelly pen just to add accents, and there's no like rhyme or reason to where I put the accents. I'm sure there's like a place it's supposed to be, but I just add it here and there on it, and it just looks so cute. So if you don't have those and you're making an order at Not Too Shabby, pop them in your cart because they are really inexpensive, and I promise you'll be so excited with how your stamped images look when you color them up using the black and white jelly pen. So I'm just coloring in his little tail. I love the little pink sweater on this. And how cute is that little wagon filled with acorns? He is just so stinking cute. So I'm just coloring this one up, and I do fuss with this one a little bit with the shading. This is probably my favorite color combo for browns, for Copic colors, is E59, E57, E55 and E53. So if you are new to Copics and you want a nice brown color, that is my favorite. I use it for coloring hair and for all of my critters. It is my go-to brown color. So I did add a little bit of white jelly pen dots on those acorns just to make them kind of sparkle. And again, I'm adding in some little lines here and there just to give it a little bit of dimension. And I did actually take it and add some polka dots on the little sweater. So that's a nice way to add a little something to your stamp as well. I always like to add the 3 little white cheeks. And then my favorite thing is adding little white dots or lines to make stripes on their little clothing. And again, with the B000 to color in all that blue part. Then I'm going to get started with coloring in the tags. So I'm coloring in all the acorns, and I did speed this part up quite a bit. When I made these, I think it took me about an hour and a half, so I had a lot of editing to do. The first edit through of this video was 30 minutes long, and then I went back and re-edited it, so I think it's about 13 minutes now it'll come to, so that's not too bad, but I really didn't want it to be too long, but I wanted to leave it slow enough that you guys could see what I'm doing, so I hope this was okay for you guys. Now I'm coloring in the one with the acorns and the leaves, and I just loved using all of these pretty fall colors. I think this will be such a cute fall tag to give to someone. And check out the stamp sets that you have at home because you might have some great stamp sets with some nice images that you can use as background stamps. So I'm just coloring in the last of those leaves, and then I'm going to color in this one that has all the leaves. I will also leave a link for the stamp set that Jamie used to make her tag, which was the Pink and Maine Sunflowers stamp set. So that one will be linked below as well if you wanted to find the one she created her tag with. And then, of course, I'll have all of my products that I used linked below so it's easy for you guys. And then I'm going to start assembling my tag. So I've got everything here I need, and this was such a fun part, putting it all together. I'm just adhering using my ATG gun, and I'm putting all of this cuteness onto the tags, and I was so excited with how these turned out. They are so adorable. And then I realized as I adhered that down that Jamie used pop dots on hers to give it some dimension, so I went back and added some pop dots on these, and it looks so much better with the pop dots. It really makes it just stand out, so I'm adding the pop dots on there. And then onto the little tags. And Jamie also added pearls on hers, and I loved that little touch, so I went back and got out of my stash some pearl gems that I have, and then I got my doodlebug twine and some American Craft ribbon that I have, and then I just kind of slanted, I cut off the top of the ribbon on a slant because I think that looked really nice. Jamie had that on hers. And then I just added some twine around there. So I think it looks so cute. I used some oranges and browns. This one I added some yellow to match the little raccoon's shirt. And then on this one I used some yellow ribbon, and then I added some blue twine to look like the little squirrel. So I think those turned out so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I have everything linked below. Thank you as always so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.